everybody, and welcome to the cover reveal for The Malice of Moons and Mages by Miss Envy Haskell. I am your host, SG George, or Sarah with Ladybird Editing. This is the Envy Haskell, a debut author writing Romantasy at the moment. How are you doing, Nicole?
Good. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing great. Excited for the cover reveal?
I am. I'm very excited.
Let us go ahead and reveal it. Ta-da! So while you guys take in this gloriousness, I will go ahead and read the back cover to you.
It's so pretty. It is so pretty.
For Audra, survival means lying and stealing from the moon and starling tribes who have pillaged her people and stripped them of their magic. No scorned lover, monstrous aunt, or prison bars will keep her from getting what she wants. But when she finally obtains the Dragon's Eye Jade, the one thing that could save her spell-wounded brother and return her people to their former glory, fate intervenes. Haunted by his part in his father's death, Lua is determined to put an end to the chaos of the former Rajab's madness. As the most powerful and most hated mage in the Moon Tribes, he must claim his throne before the impending dual lunar eclipse or risk his sociopathic sister dooming their people. But when he's betrayed and left for dead by the man he called brother, his magic anchors him to the foul-mouthed woman who plucks him from the sea. Stalked by a former comrade at arms who is compelled to kill for a love he can never possess, Audra and Luo race to reach the silent monastery and break the unwanted bond or risk destroying them both. As their combined magic and desires grow increasingly entangled, identities are revealed, deep-seated hatreds are questioned, and the comfortable truths eat away at the very foundations of their beliefs. With time running out and loyalties tested, the begrudging pair must overcome not only those who would stop them, but also themselves before it's too late. Ooh.
Ooh. Yeah, I love it.
What do we think? What do we think?
No, it's so pretty. I love the colors. The colors are perfect. And I like the little scales around the side and the gem, of course.
Why did we choose those colors?
Because it's the colors of two of the magic systems in the book. Yeah, in the world building.
Magic is green. Yeah, there's 3 different sort of people doing magics. There's the Moon Tribe with, is it silver or is it gray magic?
It's both, because the Moon Tribe is divided.
And then the Starlings with gold magic.
Mm-hmm.
And then the
Fallen Western Tribe has
the Fallen Western Tribe had green magic.
Yeah.
James Davies says, gorgeous. I assume because the readers will be green with NV.
Thanks, James. I'm glad somebody said it.
I know a couple of people in the chat who are going to be mad they didn't think of it first. All right, and so this is designed by Molly Phipps with We Got You Covered bookdesign.com. If anybody was curious, why are there 2 moons on the cover as opposed to, I don't know, just one, like our moon?
Because the system has 2 moons, and then there's also a ring around the planet from a broken moon a long time ago. So.
And the jade in the center here, can we assume that that is the Dragon's Eye Jade that she is looking for in the book?
Yes. Dragon's Eye Jade that is more closely associated with the Western tribes, and everybody else has tried to destroy it, and she's searching for it in order to heal her brother, Audra's brother.
Very nice. Fantasy We've got a bunch of scales in there, so we can assume that there is a big scaly beast. But why the ropes?
Because that's the magic system. Sorry, I'm a little slow on the uptake. I'm a little nervous. So
You're okay. You're cool.
So a lot of the times the magic is there. It's threads, it's bonds. It comes out as spools or yarns. So that's why the ropes on the cover.
Nice. Paul Haskell, no relation, I'm sure.
Not at all.
Says, love this cover.
That's good, because it's going to be hanging in our wall somewhere.
We'll get you a big movie poster.
Yeah, exactly.
Actually, you might actually end up with something along those lines if you start going to conventions. A lot of people will print out their book covers on 8-foot banners to put next to their tables, and if you're lucky, it's just the book cover and not an 8-foot copy of your head, which I believe is what Florida Kevin has. So, you know, we have 2 people over on YouTube who both say that it looks amazing and gorgeous. Dustin and
Dustin.
I don't have the Facebook open, but I'm sure my producer will tell me the name again.
Oh, I know who that is, but I won't out him. So, yay, thank you.
Thank you both. Yeah, I had a lot of fun working on this cover. I didn't design it, like I didn't make it, but I pulled all the elements together and I took a picture of a like little sketch page that I drew and I sent it to Nicole and I said, "Look at all these things. What do you think?" And she said, "That's awesome, except my name is spelled wrong and that's not the that's not the title of the book." And I said, "Oh, okay." And I had to go.
Those were easy fixes, though.
Yeah, easy fixes. But I really like how Molly interpreted what we sent her.
Yeah, it turned out really pretty. And I like the shifting light across the green as well.
Right. Yeah, the subtle shift across the text is gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be interesting designing the cover for book 2, but first we have to get it through book 1. And, you know, the people are here. They want to taste. Nicole, would you be happy to read a small section for our audience here?
I would love to. All right. So this is the point in where our 2 main leads actually have their first conversation. Audra, my main character, has already settled on, she has a deep hatred for this man's tribe. She already knows who he's from or where he's from, but he's actually worse than she thinks. And he has figured out that something is very wrong. And anyway, okay, so she's saved him. They're trapped on this ship together, and things are about to get a little worse for them. All right, so Audra took 2 bowls of the worst stew ever made in culinary history back to the small room. And Sean looked over the sleeping man before locking them in. The key was secured safely inside Audra's pocket. The mage lay facing the wall. A curtain of ebony hair concealed his face. His breathing was steady, but not deep. She suspected he was awake. The room smelled sweet, like the incense that burned in the western temples of her childhood. The memory drew her toward the violet haze that ebbed from the triangle in the corner. The wood surrounding it was charred. It whined softly when she teased it with her toe. "Leave it," he mumbled. His voice was hoarse. "It's not spent yet." He scowled over one shoulder when she nudged it again. "Back away, fool." Audra's chest clenched uncomfortably, drawing concern, but it diminished quickly when she rubbed her sternum and sat against the wall, assured that her initial assumptions of him were correct. Setting his bowl on the floor, she pinched her nose while scooping a spoonful of barely palatable sludge into her mouth and choked it down. He didn't move. "You should eat," she said, shoving his calf with her foot. He grunted, pulling his legs away like an annoyed child. She took another bite, forcing one after another until she'd eaten most of it. The mage's bowl on the floor had cooled. A skin coated the top. It wouldn't be edible for much longer. The heat at least took the chill from their bones, but once that was gone, the taste overpowered whatever nutrition it held, if any. It'll get worse if you wait, she prodded him again. His sigh was rife with irritation. You lost a lot of blood, she said. Would have died if we hadn't come across you. He draped an arm over his face before sniffing the blanket beneath him and bolting upright. The disgusted glare he gave it turned to her. He rubbed the side of his head, fingers cautiously tracing the fading bruise around his eye. His scowl deepened, effectively wiping away all his handsome attributes. Where are we? Her spoon scraped the bottom of the bowl. She stuffed the last bite into her mouth with a shudder before replying, On a boat. He squared his shoulders and huffed. Is this how you treat people? Yes, often. Audra set her bowl down before looking back at him. He was easy to measure. An entitled moon mage that was too weak to do anything about anything. She was glad she'd already settled on hatred. I see you haven't noticed that I'm sitting next to you in the same situation, eating the same food, sharing the small space, and I am a people too. She shoved his bowl at him, her expression one of disgust. Now eat. His voice simmered with an authoritarian tone. Do you know who I am? Audra chuckled, hand clenching the stolen blade in her pocket. Well, I do now. She leaned back and closed her eyes. You are an asshole. Anyone who asks that question usually is. The silence was thick. He opened and closed his mouth more than once, and after a minute she heard the bowl slide across the floor, followed by him gagging. It's only slightly better warm, she said, smirking. He placed the half-eaten bowl back on the floor after a short time and cleared his throat. Who did it? She opened one eye. She'd been waiting for him to ask. Saved you? He shook his head, his offended look worse than before. Tried to poison us. They should have their hands cut off for the violations committed to previously harmless chickens. She snickered. That wasn't chicken. And Monk is probably the worst cook in 3 tribes. Lost his sense of taste and smell during the Battle of Corman. At least that's what the rest of the crew says. But they love him, so they eat it anyway. I would say that you'll get used to it, but that'd probably be a lie. He winced as he leaned against the wall. The worn navy shirt and brown pants looked awkward on him. Even the way he carried himself in discomfort signaled someone used to an entirely different sort of life. He shifted uncomfortably, and I know it was you who saved me. Unfortunate for both of us. The big guy might have been more useful. He would have punched you harder. Rightly so. I saved your life. Twice, actually. Some small amount of gratitude would have been expected, but this... He shifted further away as her anger flared. The smaller tug ebbed behind her ribs, but didn't last for more than a breath. Her thoughts flicked to her brother before the mage spoke again. And now I'm stuck with you, he grumbled. I should have let you die, she snapped. Too late for that now. His breath deepened as he turned away. Asshole. That's the end of that chapter.
Fantastic, fantastic. Everybody, please give Nicole a round of applause for her fantastic reading. And if you liked that taste, mayhaps you would like this one. If we are giving out ARC copies of the book, advanced reader copies of the book for anybody who would like to read early and maybe review for us on Amazon. You can reach out to Envy through envyhaskell.com, Haskell, just as it's spelled on the cover. Send her an email, sign up to her mailing list, and tell her, hey, that sounded great. Can I have some more? And she will send you a link where you can download the book. There it is. It has been posted in at least one of the chats. I'm sure it'll go up in the other one soon. You can also reach out to her on her different social medias. You're on Instagram and TikTok and Twitter.
Threads. No, I'm not on Twitter.
Not on Twitter.
I abandoned Twitter. I'm
on Threads.
I'm on TikTok, Threads, Instagram, Facebook, and Blue Sky, and Discord, if you can find me at Discord.
I'll link through your website.
Mm-hmm.
And if they can want to find you on Discord, they can use our Discord.
Yes.
Join the Cursed Dragon Ship Discord, where not only you can ask for art copies, but you can tell Nicole just how fantastic the book was and how much Lua is a little cinnamon roll and how you would die for him and all those sorts of fun things. You can do all of that on in our Discord, as well as talk with any of our other amazing authors. If you would like to pre-order the book, they will be out soon. They are not out now, but I'm sure Nicole will let people know through her mailing list. So as always, the best way to stay up to date is through her mailing list. Otherwise, I think that's it.
And I promise I won't harass you. Let me just say that right now. I'm maybe a once a month at the most. Although I did send out a newsletter last week and then a reminder for today, but I probably won't send another one out till the new year.
How would one sign up for the newsletter?
There should be a pop-up. There should be a pop-up as soon as you go to the website. I have a pop-up that's CAPTCHA. It's basically, that's where you sign up. Or you can just email me and I'll add you in too. It's nvhaskell@nvhaskell.com is my email.
Super easy. Dustin Adams said, "Yay, I'm hooked." So you got at least
Dustin.
Narect says the book already sounds amazing. Can't wait. Unity of Lexington. Hi, Nicole, your mom's friend Carol. Congratulations.
Thanks, mom's friend Carol.
Are there any final words for our chat that you would like to share?
No, I'm really excited to share this book, honestly. So I wrote this book originally the first draft in 11 and a half weeks, which is the fastest I've ever written anything.
Oh my gosh.
I already know how the whole series ends. So I am a pantser by nature, but I actually know how everything goes.
Yeah.
Which is kind of amazing for me. But yeah, I'm very excited about these characters and their journey and all the terrible things that happen to them. Because I guess I'm a little sadistic, but yeah, I'm excited about it. It's going to be fun. There's great world building in this. And I really have to thank Sarah for kind of pushing this book forward, and Kelly too, for all of their hey, this is good, but what about this? I'm like, oh yeah. And then every time I'd revisit one of their suggestions, it would make me dive deeper into oh, but this, and it just, yeah, honestly, a great editor makes all the difference. And especially when somebody understands the vision that you have for it and they can help you sink into it. So yes, I'm very excited, and use Sarah George as your editor, Ladybird Editing.
LadybirdEditing.com, or you can send me an email, ladybirdediting@gmail.com. You can also follow me on Twitch at Birdie25. Twitch.tv/Birdie25, where I do an editing show weekly, normally on Tuesdays, not this Tuesday because I am here. And so if you are not convinced by fantastic words, nor Florida Kevin's fantastic words, nor Pine Lord's pointed words, you can always come see it live. Otherwise, thank you all for coming to all 3 streams.
Thank you.
Thank you all for coming. If you would like to see more of us, follow us on our platforms, curseddragonship.com, pretty much everywhere. Like I said, join us in the Discord. That is the best way to keep in touch. That's the best way to talk to all of our authors and to see what is coming new and next. Otherwise, I think that is it for this stream. We will see you all. No, it is not. We will see you all once more here on Cursed Dragon Ship. For the book launch, April 1st, 8 p.m. Central. How did I almost forget? It's because I wasn't looking at my notes. And that's a wrap. That's our show.
Thank you.
Bye, guys.